Welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. Pull up a bar stool and join us for a random conversation, guaranteed to make you think or your money back.
Ho, 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 Chris. How's it going? Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Sam.
This is our Christmas, I want to say special, but it's just normal. But it's the Christmas episode of the Chris and Sam podcast.
It's a normal special.
It is.
Or a
So we're going to
special
talk about Christmas a lot.
Yeah.
And half the reason we're going to do that is because New Zealand Twitter Secret Santa has just happened.
Yay.
And
I'm excited. And
this
I have a
is-
present. I haven't opened it.
yes, I've opened mine. I had a build your own zombie kit.
Oh, really? Oh, dude, you didn't tell me that. And you didn't bring it along.
No, I didn't bring it along. I've been at work all day, but I did tweet it. So just follow me on Twitter.
I just got to get on Twitter more.
And I got some chewing gum eyeball things to go with it. So it was okay. It was okay.
No, that's cool. Oh, dude, I think they might have sent my present to you by accident.
No, you haven't seen the zombie thing. Don't get too excited. It's like a wind-up thing. I'll show you a photo later.
All right. Put a photo in the show notes.
I will. It's
So
made up
everybody
of the
can see it.
air-dry modelling clay.
All right.
So it's
Okay.
real funny. So
Should I have brought my phone down so we can video me opening this? I think it probably in the surroundings, in the studio, the super secret studio here, it's probably not worth it.
No, we don't need to do that. They can listen to the sultry tones of our voice, getting all excited about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, baby.
So it's this is the 5th year Secret Santa's happened.
Yep. And for those of you that don't know, it was Sam that started the whole thing off.
It's really weird because it's like I forget that I was the person that started it because New Zealand Post is doing it now and they're doing such an amazing job.
Yeah.
And I get copied in all sorts of random tweets. Like I think some new people still think I'm doing it or I'm involved. I'm not.
Yeah.
But it's very awesome. It's very crazy.
Oh, it's still your baby, man.
It is. But I've got that thing where I just want to do something similar at large scale. I don't know. It just,
Ooh.
we'll see. Got no ideas at all. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
So-
Something will come up.
So Chris has got his gift from his Secret Santa.
Yeah, this is for my Twitter handle.
and
at
we've got
the Prophet
another
Wizard.
We've got another one here for the Chris and Sam podcast, and I'm going to open that one. We'll open them first, and then we're going to. Chris is actually ripping into his courier bag.
I can't wait.
I'll
I
keep
can't
talking
wait.
because if there's a bit of a pause,
This is my only Christmas present.
I thought it might be.
Yeah.
I was going to get you a Christmas present, but I've got no money. Like seriously, I was going to get
No,
you
I
something.
know that feeling. So a really cool PowerShell wrap.
That is pretty cool. It's PowerShell
I love
wrap.
PowerShell. Like, seriously?
Boom! They're already winning at that.
They're already winning. I don't think they would know that from anything.
I can
that
tell you're not. Why are you being so careful opening it?
I don't rip paper.
Do you
Dude.
save the paper?
Well, this was paper I might save. It's
Oh,
pretty
okay.
good.
Just wondering because you're getting a bit delicate there. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Donovan's
What is
double
it?
chocolate fudge.
Excellent.
And I tell you, I love fudge. I like the fudge, the fudge you get at
The straight fudge,
yeah,
I guess it is.
markets and stuff like that. But yeah, double chocolate fudge, that will do me fine. Thank you to my Secret Santa. That's
Yep.
cool.
I'm going to open the Chris and Sam podcast Secret Santa gift here, and then after that, I'm going to talk about some of the really, really bad gifts that some people have gotten on Twitter this year. And I know about because I have contacts. I've actually heard about what all the worst ones were. So we will see what's going on here. We've got some season's greetings gold wrapping paper with
Very expensive looking.
musical notes all over it.
Yeah, expensive
It's,
looking. And it's a very long, skinny, oblong sort of box.
Oh, this is interesting. What
What is that?
It's what Chris loves.
It's a selfie stick. Oh my gosh!
We
Is it a Bluetooth one?
No, I think it's a normal one.
Woohoo.
Which I've got talking about selfie sticks. I wasn't actually going to mention this, but on Reddit the other day, this guy mentioned it was like 2 days ago, and he said, I got a GoPro. Is this good enough? And he's I think he's sitting on he's like in a basement. He's got a selfie stick with the GoPro, and he's on a little rocking horse or something, and he's rocking the crap out of himself on this thing, and he's got no shirt on, and I can't remember if he had a helmet on or something, and he said something along the lines of, "Am I doing this good enough? When do I get sponsorship from Red Bull?" And Red Bull saw it.
And they sponsored him.
No, Red Bull said on the YouTube channel something along the lines of, "Once we prove that you're the best at rocking out on a rocking horse wearing just pants and in your parents' basement, then we'll sponsor you."
That's awesome.
So
that is good
cool.
PR. That's
So,
good PR.
Very, very cool. Thank you heaps.
The Chris and Sam podcast will use the selfie stick. I can guarantee you that.
Once, I can't even open it, but the Chris and Sam podcast is going to use it in a second and take a photo of us recording this.
Are we really? Have you got your phone?
My phone's right here.
Oh, cool.
My phone's ready.
My phone's upstairs plugged into the charger.
Yeah, I know. It took you half an hour to open your front door. Shocking. So, basically, the worst Secret Santa gift on Twitter in New Zealand, and this is just my personal opinion, someone that I actually know, just on Twitter, and she's very, very cool.
She received it, or she gave it?
She received it.
Oh, yeah.
She's very, very cool, and I vaguely heard about the story, and then I only found out yesterday who it actually was, and I felt a real stink, actually, to be honest. She got a half-used tube of foot scrub that was over a year expired.
Why? Why would anybody send that?
Exactly. Why? And we were having,
I mean, it costs more in
I said yesterday, I said, I've got 10 more better things just laying around home that I could send you.
Yeah,
that
totally.
Have, even unused stuff. So it was bizarre, and we sort of were having a talk about it because this girl on Twitter last night was firing up, went a bit psycho about everything. What she got was, what I saw was, she said, "Why the F do I want this? This is the stupidest effing thing in the world, rah, rah, rah," and was just going blitzo. And it was a tube of sunscreen, brand new, sunscreen. And sunscreen is expensive. Just going to throw that out there. If you buy lots of sunscreen, especially for kids, man, it costs megabucks. And it had a note, and the note went something along the lines of, "Hey, I see that you're Irish. Every Irish person I know is very fair-skinned. Hope this helps." And then it said, "P.S. My wife's name's also Sally, same as yours, but her real name's Sarah." And I think that was it. Have a Merry Christmas, I think. And she was going a bit nutso, and she goes, "Why do I care about your wife? What a stupid effing note, rah, rah, rah." And then she said, "I can't even use a sunscreen because I've got reactions and skin something or other."
Yeah.
So it was semi-thoughtful. It was brand new. The person wasn't to know that you've got a reaction to some ingredient in sunscreen. And they went to the effort, So publicly, just say thank you. All you have to do is say, "Hey, thanks for sending me a gift. Thank you for sending a random stranger that you don't know some sort of gift." So that was, So I was talking about it with a whole bunch of people, and then she saw it because we were talking, and someone said, "I just saw this person go nuts," and I said, "I think it's the same person." And then another person said, "I've unfollowed her because I can't deal with that sort of craziness." And then she jumped into the conversation and said, "I know you're talking about me," but she was really good about it. And,
Yeah.
and I said, "Look, it's not the end of the world." I said, "At least you got a gift, and it wasn't a half-used tube or something. It was semi-thoughtful." And because one of her tweets said, "Why would I want this? I'm an effing Kiwi." And then someone said, "Well, in your profile it says you're Irish." And she says, "Oh, I've been in New Zealand 7 years, and I count myself as a Kiwi." And I thought, if you count yourself as a Kiwi and you can't handle that, you're not really a Kiwi in my eyes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So, New Zealand Post said that they sort of jumped in on a part of that conversation, and they said there was 4 dubious gifts that they were investigating. So I've got the list here. The expired and pre-used foot scrub was on that list of 4. There was no card and no wrapping paper. It was just thrown into a bag.
I feel really bad, actually, because the one I sent
You were rushing though.
It's just in the courier bag. There is no wrapping paper.
Yeah.
I meant to, and I ended up going, I'm in town, I've bought it, I better just put it in a thing and go.
Yeah.
And so I feel real bad about that.
No, don't worry about it. So this is, what do you think about these? Let me know your honest opinion. Expired pre-packaged barbecue duck wings and expired unlabeled lollies. Merry Christmas.
Oh my God, that's appalling.
Got a bat.
Can I just check the expiry date on these?
No, you're fine.
No, I'm good.
That'll be fine. That's their new boxes. That's how I know.
Oh, okay.
Got a bat. Old. Smells and looks old. No card. No wrapping paper. I assume it's a soft toy, maybe?
A bat.
That's what it says, a bat. I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know. Who knows? But anyway. And broken/used teapot and old earrings.
Oh.
So, I can understand if you don't have any money. That's fine. Like, I completely understand that point of view. But you could put together maybe a printed photo collage of their tweeted pictures, or just do a handwritten card and just say, look, just explain it to the person, or I'm sure someone somewhere may be able to help you out, or even New Zealand Secret Santa would be able to help you out. They've got big people on board, I think Mojo Coffee and a few other people, and they did say that they've got some really big people helping them out with some really cool gifts, and I haven't seen them surface yet, but they did say the big corporates did send their gifts late. So I'm still expecting all these things to pop up with phones and other crazy gifts. And a good generic gift is basically what Chris just got.
Yeah.
It's something that you can give someone that you don't know, and if you push for time or money, it's good. My sister actually sent 2 boxes of Cadbury roses, and she felt really bad because 3 kids running around doing all sorts of stuff. She didn't have enough time to fully research this person. And I said to her, look, that's okay. It's way better than sending a half-used tube of cream.
Yeah. Totally. And
so New
I
Zealand,
wish I could remember the one I saw. I saw one because I was looking at the hashtag. #NZ Secret Santa, by the way, if you're looking for it. And I was looking for, I was looking down the hashtags, just looking at stuff. I was looking to see if my person had got my present, I guess, as well. But there was a couple of really good stories, and there's one guy had left a really cool note, and I can't even remember the gift now. It wasn't like flash, but the note made it so cool. And the girl was like, I want to know who my Secret Santa is, and I want to follow him.
wow, yeah.
Yeah, because it was just cool. It was really thoughtful, and it was a great note. And yeah.
There's some very cool ones. Did you see the one that went a little bit viral?
No.
I'm not 100% sure what the backstory was, but this person did a blog post about their dad, and they died. And their Secret Santa had put this, I'm not 100% sure what it is. It's a wooden ornament thing, and on it, I think it said, I wish I had better details, but it's been a long day, folks. It was like soldered together a metal thing, and it said Sweet Kiwi, I think it was, or Sweet Child or something. And it's related to this person's blog about their dad dying, and they were just like so blown away.
Yeah.
And I think
would be.
I think New Zealand Post had to confirm that was the actual gift because it was so amazing to this person. They had to make sure it was the actual one from Secret Santa, not somewhere else or something.
Yeah.
And some people, Fid, who is on #radio, #me, he's a friend of ours, you know that he got nail polish last year, eh?
No, I don't.
Someone sent him nail polish for some reason last year, and anyway, it carried on this year, and he had a face mask, and he had like 3 more nail polishes, and he put it all together. And then the next day, the second part of the gift turned up, and it was like a Lego set.
Cool.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you got to be able to have fun with it, I reckon.
You do.
Okay, so just so for those of you at home, listening at home, Sam is putting his phone into the selfie stick and trying to work it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
No, you do that and you switch the camera around so it's your front-facing camera.
It has to be the front face that does the photo, eh?
Yeah, well, it makes it easier because then you can see what you're looking at.
Oh, it's pressing. Oh, yeah, okay. It's pressing the volume button. It's pressing the volume button, so that's not good. And I've moved away from the mic, so you couldn't hear me properly.
Yeah, he's a little bit,
This is all new to me.
fiddly on this one.
Well, now I've got...
So while he's playing with that, I'll just say I've had a selfie stick before they were called selfie sticks.
What were
Because
they
I used
called
to,
before?
I don't know, I used to call it my camera on a stick, and I got all these people into it like 2 years ago.
Yeah, you've had yours for ages.
Yeah, because I had the old handy cam on it. Like, that's how old it was. And people, you look at me, I go out. I remember going to the parade when the Chiefs won. Was it the last time they won the Super 12 or the time before, or whatever? And, I've got my little handy cam on a stick, and everybody's just looking at it as like it's from outer space. Oh. So, obviously it's not a Bluetooth one because they didn't have those then. What are you doing?
It's using the wrong camera, so it's just taking a photo that way.
Taking the photo of the shelves. Wonderful.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, it's such a long... Did I mention it's been a very long day?
Poor old Sam. He's been working for ages. Then he comes around to my place.
And then we're...
I've got to get in this photo.
Are you in the photo?
I'm in the corner of the photo, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. It's really cool.
It's brilliant.
That's actually going to help us out with different things.
Oh, we'll definitely use that. We will definitely use... Can I have a look?
Yeah.
Hand that over. It's wireless.
No, it's wireless because there's no wires connected to the phone. You're overthinking it. I've read the little blurb here. I've read the blurb.
You've read the blurb. Okay.
The features is it's strong and thing.
It is light and it's really small. It's smaller than my one. It's pretty bloody cool, and it screws in at the...
Yeah, that's one of the features.
Wow.
So that means
mine
you
doesn't
can
do
add
that.
it.
But then, like I said, I've had mine for years.
You were an early adopter, so yours is pretty...
Yeah, like I've got the oldest Kindle, like the first gen Kindle.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't have the full keyboard one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the full keyboard one.
Oh, I didn't think you did. I thought you just had the one with just a weird
No, I got it the day they I pre-ordered them before they came into New Zealand.
Whoa.
So, and it's like, I really love my Kindle, but I look at my flatmate's got the newer one, and I'm like, I think I'd like...
Do they have the light up one?
Yeah,
The
I'd
backlit one?
like the paper white.
Yeah,
That'd be
Paperwhite's
quite
the way
cool.
to go.
But I'm like, I can't justify it, and I do love my Kindle, and I've had it for 3 years, 4 years, whatever that
You're
is
getting
now.
all sentimental about old electronics.
I know. I get sentimental. That's why I'm a hoarder. Look around this garage.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's
You
all
never
good.
know when you need some stuff.
I will need it one day.
Actually, every time I come here and have you got this? Yeah, I've got one of those. Wanders off and comes back. So it's pretty good. And it's all like weird connections that we need for audio cables and things, where most people wouldn't have a clue what I'm talking about or even have it. Chris has got it, so it's good.
Yeah.
So I think that was Secret Santa wrapped up.
Yeah. Did we want to say anything else? Oh, I've got to make a call out to... Oh, I don't know if you've seen it, and I haven't seen it, so that's why I want to ask. Have you seen the big news today about the New Zealand Post and the video? So I'd seen the video on my feed before I went to work, but on my Facebook feed, and like 3 people I knew posted it. But I just didn't have time to watch it, so I left it. And then I was at work, didn't have time to watch it, but I heard on the radio, like it was on the news quite a bit, that New Zealand Post are taking measures against these people. So it looks like somebody's in a car park. Post vans come up. They started dumping all these presents out and kicking them around, and then threw them back in the van and drove off.
They're transferring. They do that quite a bit. They're transferring between the drivers from locations.
Yeah.
I tweeted about it today, and that doesn't surprise me at all. That's pretty standard. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Kicking it around?
Yeah. I've worked in bulk transport before, and not couriers, and, we've been dealing with, the stuff I dealt with was big stuff on forklifts.
Yeah.
And just the stuff that gets moved around and dumped and pushed and thrown, and, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I send small packages, and that's
There
what
is
I've been doing this morning.
This is what people need to remember. There is no fragile service in New Zealand for sending things via courier. It's in their agreement. You can put as many fragile stickers on something as you want. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
They'll try their best, But remember, this stuff gets taken out, when it gets sorted, it goes into massive sorting bins. So when the courier picks it up, all your stuff is stacked on top of something else or underneath something else.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they do it by weight with the heaviest thing at the bottom. I think they just put it in the bin for the courier. Then the courier picks it all up, puts it into his van. And their van's a chocker because they get paid per delivery. They don't want to keep going back to the warehouse every 5 deliveries. So they put as much in a van as possible.
Yeah.
And everything is stacked on top.
So it all comes down to how well you package your stuff.
Yes.
Yep.
Definitely.
No, definitely. And we do that. So I deliver
Yeah,
stuff for the web store.
Yep.
Maybe I should shout out for Health 2000 web store.
Health 2000 is the place I go when I want to buy supplements online.
Yeah.
Just want to say that.
Yeah. So
Actually, do you get a staff discount?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, sweet! I need you to hook me up with something.
we could sort that out. So yeah, but no. So I wrap pretty much all the Health 2000 web store orders, and and we send them around the world, which is quite interesting too.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
send
cool.
stuff to France, USA, Bangladesh.
I'll tell you who does pretty intensive packaging, and it always surprises me because I never quite know how it's going to turn up. Is Mighty Ape?
Oh yeah.
They use those air-filled bags.
Yeah.
To package everything, and they posted on. Guess how many packages they packaged up yesterday and sent? 12,000.
Holy.
That was yesterday.
Smokes.
And they showed a picture of it, of thousands of packages all rode up, just waiting for the courier to come get it.
Wow. Because yesterday was a big day for us. Today was not so much. But yesterday, because we had orders from the whole weekend and stuff. And so I was pretty flat out yesterday.
But back to the couriers, I'm glad that New Zealand Post is following this up, and there'll be some sort of action.
Yep.
But like I said, it's just normal, I think. In my experience, in my opinion.
But you haven't seen the video, so you don't know.
Oh, no, I have seen the video.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, because I haven't. No.
If you buy fruit and vegetables, all I will say is just make sure you wash them so well before you use them. I used to work in distribution of fruit and vegetables, and I know what goes on.
Okay.
All
right, shall we move to changes?
Well, most of the stuff you get comes in crates.
Yeah.
And and this stuff's been on a truck, and then it's been on a forklift, and then it's been moved around about 400 times.
Yeah.
And then it's in a supermarket. And, and that's just the normal day-to-day stuff, not the crazy stuff that we used to get up to back in the day that I won't tell you about.
Oh, no. Tell me afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool.
And it's Christmas in 2 days' time.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So by the time this podcast comes out, it'll probably just been into the new year. Will that be right?
No, I'm going to try and push this out pretty quick.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Good to know. Good to know. Because people need to listen to this.
Yes.
People want to listen to this.
So. Well, yeah, now I've got to be able, got to remind me to tweet that I finally opened my Secret Santa thing, and I can be thankful
I'll
about
probably
that.
remind you later.
I'm wondering whether I should take a photo of it, but I'm thinking I should open it, and we should have fudge now.
I'm not a...
You're not a chocolate fudge person?
I'm not against that plan, is what I wanted to say. Okay. But what I did want to talk about real quick is Christmas in general, and I was thinking about Christmas stories, and I'm not sure if you have that many interesting ones, to be honest.
I don't think I've got any.
But
is that making too much noise?
I can't hear that in my headphones, but I'm sure later on that's going to be like crazy as.
So we're sampling the chocolate fudge. While we wait for Sam to think about his Christmas story. All right, he's taking a selfie with the fudge in his mouth. It's hilarious. Okay.
So, back in the day, I lived in Rotorua. I was pretty much... I was flatting by myself at this time. I think my flatmate had moved to Tauranga. He's now my brother-in-law. And my sister was also flatting in Rotorua, but she was flatting in a different part of town. But only about 10-minute drive away. This is going to sound terrible on this podcast with us eating, eh?
Did you introduce your flatmate and your sister?
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
They didn't want to tell me for the longest time, and they were sneaking around behind my back, and there was some party at my house, and every time I went outside, I didn't realise, but his sister was running to the light switch and flicking it on and off, which meant I was coming. And then when then I found out, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Doesn't bother me. So,
no, that's cool.
It was interesting. But at the time, this Christmas, she used to live with this guy. He was very OCD with cleaning, very OCD. So every Sunday was oven cleaning day. It was also maybe the Saturday afternoon or something was clean the wooden floors. You have to get out of the house day. You couldn't be in there because he was wiping everything down.
Wow.
So that was all good.
He'd come to my place and freak.
He would. But, your house is lived in. That's sort of...
I think that's the term, yeah. I like that term.
Well, there's disgustingly dirty, there's lived in, there's like ultra clean, and then,
Yeah.
So you're okay, you're in the middle.
That's all good.
So that was all good, and he was ultra clean, and it was Christmas Eve, and someone was having a party, and we went along to this party, and back in the day you could get a 5-litre mini keg of Woodstock bourbon and cola.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I used to have with me when I went out. So I had this little mini keg with me, and I was just drinking this little mini keg, and I must have drunken about 4 litres of it by myself.
That's a fair bit.
Yeah, I was pretty far gone. And for some reason, my sister said, just crash at my place. It'll be fine. Okay, cool. And I only remember bits and pieces, so she had to tell me what happened. And she goes, here's the spare mattress on the floor in her room. And I just fell over. I passed out and missed the mattress and just hit the floor. And that's where she left me. And at some point, I needed to get up. I was like, I have to get up. I've got to go to the toilet. So I remember going to the toilet, and then I don't remember anything else. But apparently, I started running around the house, up and down the hallway, as fast as I could, because I thought it was cool. And I think I started yelling. So I was running around, and her OCD flatmate got up and was not happy at all. And I was like, it's okay. And then at some point, I found my way back in the room, and I passed out, standing up again, and fell down, missed the mattress again, just slammed into the floor. And then the next morning, I wasn't too flash, and I said, you got to take me back to my place. I've got to change my shirt. And then we went up to Mum and Dad's for Christmas, and I just turned up, and I just walked straight in and said, I need to go to sleep. And I slept for about 4 hours. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh, there's some food and there's some presents. Yay,
Best
me.
family Christmas ever.
Wow, it didn't faze Mum and Dad, and no one else was coming around. And I think it was just us, but I don't remember a lot of it.
That's awesome.
And
I wouldn't have picked that for you. I haven't known you that long, I guess. Really,
I don't really drink anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I won't tell you this tape, but I've got more stories. But that OCD guy, he ended up finding love with some Russian lady on the internet, and she moved over here, and they've got 2 kids now.
Wow.
I'm not sure if they're still together or what the story was, but he found her on the internet.
So there's hope for me. That's what you're saying.
I assume he. I don't know if he paid for her,
So there might not be that much hope.
No, wow. Who knows?
Thanks, Sam.
So that's my Christmas story, and if that doesn't fill you with joy, I don't know what will.
4 litres of bourbon would pretty much fill me with joy, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good time. I'm actually quite gutted they don't do those little mini kegs.
Yeah, well, no, the new laws,
I think
the volume. You can't do that much volume.
Yeah.
Sell that much volume of alcohol in one vessel anymore.
Gutted. So anyway.
Well, that's it. So
I think that's our Christmas episode.
That's our Christmas special.
Yes.
So, hope you all out there do have a great Christmas. Have fun.
Stay safe.
Connect with those people that are important to you. Say hello to everybody.
Yep.
And, like Sam says, stay safe. If you're in New Zealand, you want to make sure you avoid that drink drive thing altogether, given those new laws that have come through. But, yeah, you don't want to be stupid with that sort of thing anyway.
Make sure to check us out on Facebook.com, the Chris and Sam Podcast.
And on Twitter, the Chris and Sam Pod.
Yep. Make sure you can find us on all the podcasting sort of applications.
And Pocket Cast is still even more my favourite. because I realize you can do more things, and I realize you can speed it up.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you knew about the speed up thing.
Oh man, I've listened to the last 3 or 4 podcasts that I've listened to, different people, on 1.6 speed.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
It's good, eh?
It's good. It's great. And you sound good, much better sped up.
Oh, that's good. Good. Okay. Good to know. But if you are using any of these apps, make sure to either leave a comment or rate us. That'd be really cool.
And you can go to the website. We do have the website with all the podcasts and all the show notes and photos, and we'll make sure
chrisandsandpodcast.com.
Yep, that's the one.
Awesome.
All right, see you next time.
See ya.
Merry Christmas.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe and we'll catch you next week. Don't forget to tell your friend.